Hi everyone, Grada here. Welcome to You're the Miracle FM. And sorry, I'm just going to reposition myself so that light doesn't shine into my glasses and reflect. So I'm wondering what sort of week you've had since we touched base last week. I had quite a few really good responses from people who told me that the prayer or the request that I put in You're the Miracle sharing time last week, that they found that really, really helpful and just what they needed. So tonight I want to share another really helpful mantra or prayer that has the potential to heal your life physically, mentally, emotionally, and on all levels, your relationships as well. And I'd actually forgotten about it, but Pete and I and Lisanne, my daughter, we used it on our little grandson Elijah when he was 5 and he was going through a really, really rough time with severe autoimmune disorder that caused him to go blind of all things, as well as destroy his joints and caused really bad rheumatoid arthritis. So we were going through a real scary time with Elijah, and his condition was kind of life-threatening, and we were also having tension with the medical world because they wanted him to have chemotherapy, and we knew that if he had to take chemotherapy that would kill him. So Pete and I and Lisanne, we came across a prayer by this doctor, and it's called the Healing Code. You can actually Google it. I'll put a link in as well, and it's very, very simple, and I'll do it later with you after I tell you about it a little bit more. So Pete and I, we really got stuck into this prayer, which is like opens up the energy so the body can heal itself. And we did that for a period of a fortnight, absolutely solidly. Like every time I had a break in between clients, or when I was just sitting still or driving in the car, I would say that became a mantra for me, and I would say it for Elijah. And thankfully, it saved his eyes. A miracle happened, and when he had his next consultation with the optometrist, it showed that his eye disease had gone away. That was part of his autoimmune problem. His eye disease had gone away, and there was just a little bit of scar tissue left. So of course he also had to have a really, really good diet. And but tonight I want to talk about how you can stay healthy and strong, because what's happened during COVID-19 in the lockdown, I find that a lot of people are very fearful and scared, and they have lost trust in their own bodies, right? And this is the effect of when you hear repeated messages, like fearful messages about how dangerous the virus is or how dangerous other things are and so on. We lose trust in our body. It's like an indoctrination. And I'm here to tell you tonight that of course your body is the biggest miracle in the whole universe. You are a miracle. The way you're put together with an immune system that's very, very wise. Your immune system actually has memories all the way back from your entire life, all the way back to conception, everything that's ever happened to your body, every thread, and how your body recovered. It's all stored in your immune system, so your immune system can just snap to it and heal you. And not only that, your immune system also has records of all your ancestors, many ancestors. I don't know how many generations. Some people believe 7 generations, but I sometimes ask my client's body, and I'm told, that their immune system sometimes goes back for thousands of years. So we really don't, there is so much we don't know, but I do know that you can trust your body before anything else. Trust yourself before you trust any other thing that you want to put into your body. So of course, we all know that diet is important, and you need to drink enough water. That's absolutely basic. And you need like plenty of healthy salt, especially in Tasmania. We need more minerals. So we always recommend that you eat, maybe a teaspoon of healthy pink Himalayan salt per day. But I want to bring your attention to the triangle of healing, I call it. And it's got 3 main components, but you can't really read it. I guess it's upside down. So here it says gratitude, forgiveness, and love. So gratitude, forgiveness, and love, that's the triangle of healing that I found worked very well for me after I was hit by a truck and left for dead, and my body, well, I knew if I wanted to heal and have quality of life, it was up to me. So it's always up to you. That's what I want you to remember. It's up to you, and you can do it. Like, you don't have to be, an alien to heal your body, because it's what your body knows best. So I'll tell you from my experience. So after I was left on the road and with many fractures and life-threatening injuries, I immediately felt very, very grateful. So I know that people, and I'm telling you now, that gratefulness is important. It's part of the triangle of healing. Gratefulness allows your immune system to have a free run. And the beauty is, though, that when you are in a life-threatening situation, you will immediately feel very, very grateful. This is what I believe, because we strip back from all the layers that don't really matter anything. It's not our real self. And then our innermost self comes to the fore. And our innermost self, of course, consists of unconditional love, or divine love, you could say. And gratefulness is a natural part of it. So I find it very easy to feel gratefulness, and I would actually practice every day, like from the second I got hit, to fill my body up with a sense of absolute thankfulness. It's called an attitude of gratitude, right? So for instance, I was grateful that I was given a blood transfusion, grateful for everyone who gave blood. I was grateful I was living in Australia with the best of medical care, and not in a third world country where I would have died. And I was grateful for my family, for Peter, for God, for my angels, for my ancestors, my spirit guides, and so on. So there's so much to be grateful for. But the funny thing is, actually, I walked past my gratefulness journal today, and I opened it up, and I noticed I hadn't written much in it at all this year. So that's the funny thing, that when life is going good, we're not in a crisis or we're not in a life-threatening situation, we actually start to get a little bit slack. Like, we forget to do our practices, like the health triangle. This health triangle is also the happiness triangle. It's all the same thing. So thankfulness is a beautiful discipline. So I know that it's a state of our natural state, you could say, but at the same time, it's something we need to apply or practice or think about every day, otherwise we forget. So that's one thing that's easy to do, but you just need to be reminded of, like I reminded myself when I opened my gratefulness journal, and it was like just a few pages for 2020. So I'm going to dedicate myself and start writing in that again. And then forgiveness is really, really important as well, because without forgiveness, it's hard for your body to heal. It's like the handbrake is on your immune system. Now, the tricky thing about forgiveness is that you can't fake it and you can't force it, right? So usually when I'm doing a healing session or a coaching session with my clients, and it shows up that there is unforgiveness in the person's being or in their heart or in their energetic system, I simply get my client to say, I love myself for not forgiving. And that helps the process. So it's all about being true to yourself, meeting yourself where you're at, and you can't force it, because often unthinkable injuries have happened to people, to us, and if you just go like, okay, well, I forgive that, well, literally it's not something that happens in your brain, it's something that needs to come from your heart, and it's something that needs also our full attention, our full presence, and a lot of the time we need help from a healer to help you through that hardship. And forgiveness, you do that for you. You don't do that for the person who caused the injury. And you can ask the divine or your spirit guides or your angels to help you to forgive as well. But if you're struggling with forgiveness, I want you to write this sentence down. You can simply say, I forgive myself for not forgiving. And you put your hand on your heart, and that literally starts that process going. I forgive myself for not forgiving, or I love myself for not forgiving. Or you can just simply say, I have some forgiveness in my heart. So that brings the focus on a little bit of forgiveness that's there, and then by you focusing on it, that will make that energy of forgiveness grow. So forgiveness has a real special quality in our body, that it releases the right chemicals that then again set your immune system free to literally heal yourself from whatever hurts you. What you can overcome anything with the foundation of attitude of gratitude. Even just you can be thankful that there is water coming out of your tap, right? There's so many things you can think about it yourself, and do your forgiveness practice. Because by saying those words, those sentences, I forgive myself for not forgiving, for instance, it's like it softens the soil of your heart when there is a little patch of hardness, the hardness of unforgiveness. So don't go beat yourself up and say, I can't forgive, I am a bad person or whatever, and so on. Just say that sentence and it will start to soften, and you wake up one day and you realize it's gone. And so then, of course, then there is love. And when I talk about love, of course, love has the ability to heal the deepest damage, or DNA, to transform your DNA back to perfect health. So again, love is something that you already are, right? You are unconditional love. It's just a matter of remembering your true nature. When I say just, that's the tricky part. So there are all different ways that you can bring love to the table. And like again, by simply saying, I love myself for this and that, for feeling stressed, for feeling worried, for feeling sick, for feeling disappointed. Because recently I've had some clients who've been diagnosed with cancer, and the feedback that they give me is, I'm so disappointed in my body. I feel so let down by my body. I feel like, well, but basically what they're saying is, I'm not trusting my body, so now I have to, use other avenues. But I want to encourage you to always trust your body and give your body what it needs for healing. So that's that beautiful triangle. When that's full of love, forgiveness, and gratefulness, and it's a practice and a discipline, your body will start to thrive. So, but now I want to give you a shortcut that will really amplify everything that I've just told you, and I'm going to share this. It's actually a prayer, or it's actually called the healing code. So a code means, it's a different word for a program, isn't it? So it's like reprogramming your body, or reprogramming your nervous system, and reprogramming your connection to God or to the divine. When I say God, you can say source, or the divine energy, or infinite spirit, or whatever, infinite love. God can be short for good, right? The creator. So this is what we did for, and it healed Elijah's eyes. So he actually didn't go blind, and he's nearly 11 now, and his eyes are still good, thank goodness. So it goes like this, and you actually energize different points of your body. So like energy comes out of your fingers. See, I've made my fingers into two kind of laser beams. If you were to look sideways, you would see laser coming out. So you energize these points here. And now I say, I pray or I ask that all known and unknown negative images, unhealthy beliefs, and distracted cellular memories, and all physical issues, and I've put here related to our planet, or I could put related to COVID-19, would be found, opened and healed by filling me with the light, love, and life of the divine. And I also ask that the effectiveness of this healing be increased by 100 times. Okay, so now I go to the spot under, so it's like literally here, and I say it again. Actually, I think you can either touch your skin, it depends how sensitive you are, or you can simply allow the energy to come into your body with laser beams. So now I just say the same thing again. So I just say, I pray or I ask that all known and unknown destructive cellular memories, negative images, and unhealthy beliefs be found, open and healed by your love, life and light. And I should put in there something relating to COVID-19, be found, open and healed. I can make this for the planet, right? That would be better. And then I can say, and I pray that the effectiveness of this healing be multiplied 100 times. So then he goes to the neck. So these are actually all very important kind of energy points. So I can say the same thing again. I ask that what is it again? I read it again. I ask that all known and unknown negative I ask that all known and unknown negative images, unhealthy beliefs, and destructive cellular memories be found, open and healed in planet Earth and in our bodies by filling us with your love, life and light. And I pray that the effectiveness of this healing be amplified 100 times, or you can make it 1,000,000 times. So you can change it a little bit depending what you feel. And then he does it like here, the jawline. So we get a lot of tension here as well. So you can say, I pray that all known and unknown destructive cellular memories, negative images, unhealthy beliefs to do with the ascension of planet Earth be found, open and healed by your love, life, by the divine love, life and light, and that the effectiveness of this healing be multiplied by 100 times now. So I feel there's a lot of energy there, because I guess we're doing it together as a group. So this energy is also transmitted into your lives and bodies. And you can have an intention for yourself, like where do you want to receive the most healing right now at this moment of your life. So for yourself is really important. What about your body? What about your nervous system? Or do you want it to go into your relationships? Or do you want some of this energy be transmitted to your loved ones, or to somebody that you worry about, or to planet Earth, like I have been doing? Because wherever you wanted to go, whatever your heartfelt intention is, this healing energy will be transmitted instantly, and that person or that situation or planet Earth will benefit from it. That's how powerful you are. So this is such a powerful practice that it's really good to play with it. Just play with it, because sometimes we can get so overwhelmed and so caught up in chaos and in the worry of it all that we can't think straight. And then it's actually really good to have a prayer or a request or a mantra that's proven its worth. It's worked for many, many people. The doctor who came up with it, he cured his wife from incredibly acute depression. I think she had depression and mental illness that was also hereditary, so it was a deep, dark form of depression. And he only had to say that prayer, I think it was 24 hours later, she was healed for good. And this is after many years of struggling with mental illness. So the beauty of this is that it goes into the DNA and it goes as far back as it needs to go, because a lot of our issues today, they didn't start with us, right? We inherited so much from our ancestors and even from previous lifetimes. And then sometimes we also connect into the universal pain body. So a pain body is like the collective memory of humanity and all the suffering and so on. And women in particular will tune into that just before they get their period, just before women have their menstruation. And people call it, whatever, premenstrual tension or whatever you like to call it. But actually what's happening spiritually is that women become very, very sensitive and open and almost like a clear sentient being, and they start to tune into the collective pain body. So that's also a beautiful way to release some of that pain from your body. And yeah, definitely think about yourself first, heal yourself first, release stress and tension and unforgiveness and so on from your body first, because you're so worth it. And allow some of the love to come to you. And again, also for women and girls are not really used to receiving good things easily. We often feel like, well, I have to do something back, or I have to earn that gift, or I have to earn my peace or my healing, I have to earn my well-being, I have to earn my prosperity. Well, actually you don't. You don't have to do anything for it. It's just a matter of becoming receptive. Just allow yourself to receive gifts from the universe. The gift of happiness, the gift of true love, the gift of perfect health, the gift of a good immune system, the gift of trusting in your own beautiful self, and so on. Okay, so I hope that it made sense to you tonight, and I will post the little prayer in the notice below so you can actually practice it yourself. You can Google it. It's been used by thousands of people, maybe millions of people, with really, really incredible effects, and I want that for you too. So thanks for tuning in, everyone, and stay safe and calm. And I look forward to seeing you next Thursday, all being well. Love you lots. Bye bye.